Okay, so you can see a lot of changes have been made here to the drawing. We're going to try to take it step by step. We're going to start with this arched rail. Okay, pretty pronounced part. It's what gives this project its flair and the style. Okay, a little bit different here. What we're going to do is we're going to draw the arc portion, and then we're going to add our tenon later. Okay, so there is the part separate. You can see there it is in place, and here's how you draw it. Let me rotate around. The first thing that you're going to want to do is you got to do some layouts. Okay, and the layouts are over on this far side here. All right, and what I did, if I zoom in here, is I want to mark across this face here the top of my mortise and the bottom of my mortise. Get those two locations, and then you want to put a layout line in the center. So if I measure the inside span, sorry about my view here, I got a lot going on. If I measure from leg to leg, that inside view, or that inside span, sorry, I want a layout line having my center. Okay. All right. So with that being said, this might be a little bit easier to see here. So I'm dealing with these three layout lines: top of mortise, bottom of mortise, and center. I'm going to come over here to my 2-point arc, and you got to make sure that you're right on that intersection or it won't work. Click one time here. I'm going to click one time there. Click one time there. That's in my center. Okay, so both ends in center. I'm going to select that. I'm going to go to my move tool. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to move it up to the top location of the mortise. Then I'm also, while I'm there, going to hold my control key down, copy it, and move it down. So now I have the top edge and bottom edge. I'm going to go back and so carefully hold my shift key down and see if I can select just that top edge like I just did. So I have top and bottom selected. Go to your line tool. I'm going to zoom in here a little bit. Make sure I'm on the ends. Click that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to click back onto my pen tool. Notice how it gets rid of that. Everything's still selected. Zoom out. Zoom back over onto this side. Make sure that I'm on my end. And there you go. Now I have a solid face. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to rotate around. I'm going to go to my push-pull tool, select that face, and it's 1 3/8. So 1 3/8 inches. I've now made my arc. I select all that, and I'm just going to go ahead and make that a component. And arc rail. To that rail. So you made your rail, make sure that it is a component. That's really, really important. And then what you want to do is just move it out so you can see it. Okay. And right now I just have this tenon selected. Real easy to do. Essentially, you're just drawing a rectangle, the length and width of the tenon that is needed. So if I grab my tape measure here, it should be a 1/2 inch wide. It is. And 1 1/4 or 1 5/16. Measure whatever your mortise is and make it to that size. It is centered on this face. So if I was to bring 9/16, 9/16. So all I'm going to do is use your layout line or your ruler, sorry. Mark those two areas. So you'd have a layout line here, and then on your opposite side, go to your pen tool, click your 4 points, use your push-pull tool to pull that out, the length of what that tenon is, 1 7/8, and go ahead and place that in there. What I would do then when I move them is I select the tenon and that rail. Drag that into place, and you made your arched rails. So pretty easy to add a tenon onto a component. A little bit different operation. Make your tenon.